they're popping now.
These aren't the hard ones.
First, you gotta remove the diaphragm cover. Ooh. And then you have your diaphragm, which then you gotta proceed to remove too. Carefully. Don't want to rip that. If you do, you need a new one. Now under there you have two countersunk Phillips heads. There and there. Your two jets are under that, your pilot and main. And over here we have your spring. For the spring, you don't have to fully remove the screw. You can just back it out enough, and then the spring will pop out and you can put the new one in as we're showing here. And there's the stock spring coming out. Maybe should I cut that one out? Where'd I put the knife? And the new spring going in. Now you gotta make sure you seat it correctly. You'll feel it when you do. Yep. And then tighten the floats back up and you just change your spring. Don't use Loctite on any of these screws. And when you take out the countersunk ones, make sure you use a good screwdriver. You don't want to strip these or you're going to probably be buying some new carburetors. They are tight. We tighten them first and then loosen them. As you can see, pretty tight. Jesus. Another question some people ask is whether you have to remove your carbs or not. It's a whole hell of a lot easier if you do, because I don't think you're going to have enough pressure to take those screws out, or leverage, if you do not remove them. Now we're taking the cover off. And there we have, there's the main, the big one, and if this phone will focus, you can see the pilot. It's blurry, but there it is, up top. The main's the bottom gold one. Then use a properly sized flathead for both these, one that fills most of the gap, because again, if you tear those out or strip them, you're going to have to try to easy out them somehow. That's the main.
Which one do we use? Is it that one?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah. You want to put the main in? Where's the pilot? Is it still in the... Okay. And you just want to tighten them to about how tight they were when you pull them out. You'll feel it. They're pretty tight, but don't over tighten them or you're going to strip it and then you damage your jet. Just nice and snug. They're not going anywhere. And we change our head and we're going to pull the pilot out. Does that one work or you use the other one? Best way to get the pilot out is basically flip the carb over and knock it in your hand.
Real small one. This is.
That was the one I finished the other one
No,
with.
that doesn't work.
I think you just used that one.
I just want to scrape this. Yeah, that's good.
There a little piece of sand in there or something? See it? Inside the jar? Oh, nice. Okay, now you've put your jets in. Now you gotta put the cover back on. And the gasket down there should stay seated the whole time. You shouldn't have an issue. Just slide that in. Put your screws in. Now you want to tighten these pretty snug like they were, but don't strip the heads. Otherwise you're gonna have some fun on your hands. Alright, now you have to put the diaphragm on. You want to make sure you seat it in the gasket, seat the gasket diaphragm nicely around. And it's going to bubble up in spots. It's best to have probably 3 or 4 hands for this. Yeah, over here. Pretty good. Then you want to sort of slide the cover on.
How's that? Take it.
I'm good over here. Yeah.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. Screw these 4 screws back in. You've jetted and replaced the spring on a 38 Mikuni carb. These are on a roundnose Superjet. And just for the record, for the crazy people, I'm not responsible if you damage your ski or fuck up your ski in any way. Good luck.